This is what cars looked like in the 1970s, and this was the 1990s. But those beautiful curves aren't just for style. They were actually a result of the gas crisis in the 80s, and now boxy cars are making a comeback for a completely different reason. During the 30s, streamliners like the Chrysler Airflow dominated the market. They used a sleek and aerodynamic design to decrease wind resistance. But during the 50s and 60s, they started getting outsold by bigger, boxier cars. By the 70s, most American cars were boxy with sharp edges. At the time, gas prices were on a steady decline and manufacturers didn't have much of a need to make aerodynamic designs for better fuel efficiency. But in Europe, gas was twice as expensive as the US. European designers started experimenting with more aerodynamic designs to make cars more fuel efficient. Car makers like Porsche, BMW, Audi, and Mercedes were making cars with curves, but they were targeting an upscale consumer base. By the 70s, American companies started doing the same, but the mass market was a different story. This guy at Ford Europe wanted a curvy car for the people. And the Ford Sierra was released in 1982, but it was not a hit by any means. And then around 1980, a couple of things happened. American gas prices started skyrocketing due to the conflict in the Middle East, and this guy, who was one of the designers from Ford's European team, took over the US design team. He even brought wind tunnel testing to the design process, which led to the 1983 Ford Thunderbird. But the real game changer was in 1986, the Ford Taurus. Its curvy design was revolutionary at the time for a mass market car, and the people loved it. It inspired a lot of other manufacturers, and curvy cars took over the market for the next few decades. Fast forward to the 2020s, and it seems like boxy cars are making a comeback. For the most part, it's been EVs and newer companies like Tesla and Rivian that are leading the charge here. They are banking on the nostalgia attached to these designs, and it seems to be working. Even legacy car makers like Ford, Hyundai, and many more are betting on this. Whether this retro-futuristic look is gonna stick is yet to be seen, but it definitely feels like a much-needed shakeup for an industry that has felt stagnant for some time.